ISSA Show North America continues to be the premier event for cleaning industry professionals, bringing together innovators, educators, and leaders from across the globe. This year promises fresh opportunities and unique experiences designed to help attendees discover new solutions, sharpen their skills, and build valuable connections. And while I know a little bit about ISSA Show North America, I am pleased to welcome a guest who knows a bit more about it. Ed Nichols, the director of ISSA Show. How are you today?
Very well, Jeff. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Ed, I know we've talked before about the show. We want people to be there to experience everything we know that is good about it. How long you been with ISSA?
Just over 2 years now, Jeff.
Yeah,
I'm
very
not
good.
I'm not the new guy anymore.
Did we say that last time we did a video?
We probably did.
Probably
We
did. All
probably
right.
did.
All joking aside, Ed, I know you have your finger on the pulse of what's making the show work and what's good and better this year. So let's start with this question. Every year, ISSA Show North America evolves. There's always changes. Talk about some of the new and exciting features attendees can expect this year.
Maybe we'll start with what the industry is facing, right, with labor shortages, and certainly that's been exacerbated this past year. Now you've got a market that's in some turmoil. I don't want to sound overly dramatic. You've got continued consolidation in the channel, and the great thing that that provides is a need for folks to get together. Ultimately, the ISSA show, we know that 80% of the folks that attend the event come to see new products and innovation and to stay on top of what's happening in the marketplace. So when you've got so much happening in the marketplace, there's a need for folks to get together. And I share that because the focus this year really is around connecting folks and creating unique individual opportunities to the degree that you can with over 11,000 people in attendance. So networking is a big piece. We've invested in a networking platform that allows attendees and exhibitors to find one another. Those distributors looking to pick up new product lines, we're going to be able to shorten that time sourcing those folks and setting up meetings. Alternately, the new exhibitors, 30% of the show floor that are looking for distribution or new customers are going to be able to do the same before the show begins. What does that mean to our exhibiting companies? Well, our exhibiting companies are looking for us to deliver qualified buyers and to do so to bring more and more every year. So the degree to which we can satisfy those in attendance, both with products, but with what they're looking for, really is going to help us to grow the audience. And what the audience has been telling us repeatedly this year is create opportunities for us to be able to get together, find like-minded people, folks that are dealing with similar challenges so that we can learn from one another. You don't need to solve our problem. Allow us to meet one another and get together. We can figure that piece out. So we're excited that at the end of day one, or on Monday, our education day, we'll have the all access networking reception. All of the folks that participate in our education and our exhibitors will be able to go to that networking reception, kick off the week, meet, make new friends, and be able to attack the show. On the show floor, we'll have specific lounges for the primary demographics, distributor, BSC, and facility solutions, which will serve as a place not only for meetings to be held, but also support with the networking platform. On Wednesday, we'll have happy hours, bringing those groups together as well, so as not to compete with evening events that our customers are having. But again, how we bring those folks together, give them the opportunity to learn from one another. Because Jeff, while you say you know a fair bit about the event, and you do, it's a gathering of the industry, right? Everybody leaves there more optimistic, more excited. I think with a glass half full outlook with the relationships that they're able to forge. And we're really going to lean into that this year.
Let's back up, Ed. Are you telling me you're listening to the attendees and
Yes, yes, I am. Matter of fact, I'm having some wonderful conversations with folks to understand where the value lies and how we can improve that. And it's been wonderful. The industry's wonderful. Their openness and receptiveness to meet with us has been refreshing. And it really more than again, I go back to no longer being the new guy. Uh, feel very comfortable that we know what we need to provide to the marketplace this year.
I love it. I love the idea of not just walking a show floor, which a lot of people they do that. They love that to see the products, but the networking is so critical. And the reasons for that is not just to get together to hang, it's to solve challenges and issues. Mhm.
100%. 100%.
Let's talk about the program and how it seems deliberately cross-segmented. I know BSCAI is a partner with ISSA Show. There's that
Yes.
content.
Yep.
IEHA, the tracks there, Hygeia Forum. I noticed on the program there's some Spanish language certifications, and there's more than that, a lot more than that.
Yeah.
Now you've been in the trade show business for a while. Talk about that. How is this unique, or is it? And what does this mean for the future of our industry to have this type of content?
Yeah. I couldn't be more proud to be associated with it. Certainly, it was developed prior to my being here. I'm simply a steward of it right now. Incredibly valued partner with BSCAI. Couldn't be more proud of the Hygeia network, the events, and the culmination of that at the ISSA show. And I would say that it is unique, being able to have so many stakeholders being able to hold their event, being able to work together and hold their event, and really serve the industry, right? ISSA uniquely brings together the entire ecosystem, and at the same time, we've got something for everybody, and that's a lot of folks committed to doing working together for a greater good. And again, I mentioned I'm simply fortunate enough to be the steward of that as the show director.
Well, Ed, you and I both know when a new manager comes in, it can screw things up, but that's not happened here. So thank you.
I appreciate that, Jeff.
There's something new I believe I saw. It's the Global Collegiate Sales Competition. That sounds pretty
Absolutely.
cool. And that's going to bring students onto the floor on Thursday. Tell us about
Yeah,
that. What's the inspiration of that?
yeah. So we've been in discussions with Virginia Tech now for a little over a year. They, along with other universities, have a sales curriculum. And one of the findings from our focus groups with attendees last year was how do we bring the next generation into the cleaning industry? And that sales competition that Virginia Tech had talked about, and that's technically, it tends to be agnostic, right? There's universities that get together with a sales scenario and they compete and they're graded by the professors that hadn't been introduced yet to an industry. So we're very excited. We'll host 10 universities at the show this year. They'll arrive on Tuesday evening. Wednesday, they'll do qualifications. They'll compete in role playing as well as speed selling. And the finals will, in fact, be held on the show floor in the Innovation Theater on Thursday afternoon. So again, one of many efforts to bring in the next generation to expose them to the cleaning industry. And again, if this works well, not only are we going to see a great performance by these students, but potentially job opportunities for them as well.
I look forward to that. That will be very cool for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
I was reviewing the educational lineup and I was thinking, I don't think we've talked about this that I recall, but so much on the agenda, so many workshops, certification, educational opportunities. Companies that bring several people, they should split up and do what they can to soak it all in. But I was wondering about picking those topics and picking those expert presenters. Can you talk about how many submissions you might receive and how you choose those topics, those experts? It's probably not you, Ed, doing all that, but what
No,
do you have to say?
I would say a common theme here. I just have really, really good people, and I do. We've got Paul Trainer on our staff. We've got Aaron Lash with ISSA, and certainly Brant Insero remains very much involved as well. That's a business unto itself. And I would say that the discipline that that group brings as far as scoring speakers year over year, looking both at feedback, topically, what resonates. And then the real hard part is keeping it fresh, right? You've got great relationships with these great presenters. You want to keep bringing them back. But the obligation to the business is to keep that content fresh so that we can continue to bring more people to the event and that the content remains relevant. So I've got a wonderful team that does a great job with that. And again, I'm simply the steward that gets to speak to the success of that.
I want to talk about two groups. One,
Mhm.
the first timers, and another question for those that have been there many times. So, you ready for that?
I certainly am.
For the first timers, what would you suggest that they prioritize to make the most of their experience?
First thing, determine what it is that you want to accomplish. I understand that sounds painfully obvious, but my first ISSA, again, as the show director, I'm aware of everything, nearly everything going on, and I missed half of it. The dynamics between the interactions at the show, it goes fast. I would say map out your 3 to 5 things that you want to accomplish. One. Two, you're going to want to download the app. So not only understand exactly what's happening, but you've got the ability to set up appointments with folks if that's what you want to do. Make sure to participate in networking opportunities, right? Folks are there to work with one another and welcome one another. For those that are new, the folks that have come to the event continually, they were new at one point, and they're very, very helpful, very, very friendly, and they certainly would want to welcome you into their orb. Um, and then hold on tight. That's what I would say. Hold on tight. I think you'll be amazed by the size and the dynamics. Definitely put yourself out there. And I think you'll find it rewarding. And as I mentioned earlier, I don't know of anybody that attends the event that doesn't come away with a relationship and an optimism around the business, being able to step away and really look at their business, um, that doesn't come away feeling better about what they're doing and new opportunities.
And I would add to that, if it's your first time to Vegas, don't be tempted by the strip too much.
Correct.
Go to the show.
Correct.
You mentioned the app. When is that going to be available? Do you know that?
I do. That should be available, I would say, by the 1st of October. Best way is to register. You'll be sent the QR code to download the app, as well as all the information that you'll need for the show is on our website, ISSAshow.com.
All right. So we'll look forward to that coming up soon. Okay, the second group, those who've been there many times, they might be thinking, I've done it so many times, I'm going to go and just have a good time. I've had people tell me when they
Mhm.
go to some workshops, seasoned veterans are like, I don't expect to learn anything, but I'm going to go anyway. Bad attitude. What would you say?
It is. For those that have attended consecutively and more recently, I would say no Formula One. We do not have Formula One during the show week this week. And while that has not presented all of the challenges that we thought it would, it has created some congestion, and we're not dealing with that this year. But I think the point that you've said there, Jeff, is valid, and I mean this as much as it sounds sarcastic. I think if you've been previously and there's nothing for you to learn, I think you've almost got to make that effort, right? I think you've got to stay in the same place and you've got to go to the same restaurant and same bar and you've got to follow your same routine. And in large part, folks that do that want that. They like that. So I would challenge those that have been with us for a number of years to do the same. Set out your objectives, right? What do I want to accomplish this year? Because the tools are certainly available there for you to do so. Maybe break out of your routine a little bit. Again, I mentioned 30% of the show floor is new on an annual basis. You've got anywhere from 30 to 50% of the audience is new on an annual basis. So other than the structure itself and the amenities available to you, the show, the dynamic, the show is the people, right? And that changes every year. So in some ways, I might argue you've really got to work hard not to meet somebody new or not see something new.
That is fair, and I agree with that. Well, we're about out of time, Ed. Any final thoughts, things that those who are about to push the register now button need to know to make this happen?
We would welcome you, and I would suggest act now. Register, get your travel plans made, and we look forward to seeing you in November.